I'm here with Alicia Van Agman. She's a nationally ranked cheerleader, and we're going to talk a little bit about the sport today. Hi, Alicia.
Hi.
Thanks for being here.
Of course.
So first, I just want to know why you chose cheerleading to get into.
I think when it came up in high school, cheerleading was one of those things that I always saw on television and you see in films, and it seemed like that was what you were supposed to do in high school. Like, cool kids were cheerleaders. So I had been dancing for a long time as well, and I kind of thought that, okay, these will go hand in hand together. And so, of course, I went and just auditioned for it, and yeah, that's kind of how it all came about.
Nice. So you said you did in high school, right? So I know in high school, in my high school anyway, I know that cheerleaders, like cheerleading isn't really seen as like an extreme sport. People don't really think of it in the way that they think football is and stuff like that. So why do you think that is?
Well, it happened in my high school as well.
Yeah.
My high school was very much into volleyball. No matter what, volleyball was the number one thing. And so when our cheerleading team ended up becoming really successful, it kind of still got pushed under the rug. And I don't know if it's because it's seen as more of a feminine sport or not even a sport to some people. But because our school was known for volleyball, it always, got pushed under the rug. And they were like, congratulations, but then moved on to another topic.
So do you think going along with that, cheerleaders are often seen as, like very bring it on, like very peppy and kind of like, a lot of people think they're stupid, I find. Like a lot of things that I was researching said that they find people like that do cheerleading tend to be very bubbly and kind of not intelligent. So how do you take that as a former cheerleader?
Of course, I kind of take it negatively. I am someone who will argue to death that cheerleading is a sport.
Why?
And because it's very athletic. I mean, you are in there throwing people around in the air. You're doing constant cardio. And yes, there is cheerleading that where you cheerlead at football games. It's like rah, rah, go team. But competitive cheerleading is so much more than that. I mean, we were in the gym 3 to 4 times a week for hours on end. We would do conditioning for hours and do hundreds of push-ups, and you'd be done your routine, you had to run it again, like consistently all the time. So I think that people don't necessarily know everything that goes into it. So when they see films like Bring It On and stuff like that, like it looks cool and it does look athletic, but I still don't think people fully get that it's not just picking up pom-poms. Like, I didn't even own a pair of pom-poms. So I think
Breaking the stereotype
right there. But yeah, I think that people just don't really know what really goes on behind the scenes.
Yeah. But along with that, even not even talking about cheerleading, but even female athletes as a whole doing female sports like soccer, I know they don't get paid as much as the male athletes. And basketball, people don't watch the WNBA as much for some reason. So being a female athlete, why do you think other female athletes are portrayed in a negative way in the media?
I don't know. I think maybe it could be because of the fact that they're not seen as professional as males, in a sense that there's like a hierarchy maybe that males are more athletic, they're stronger, they're capable of maybe doing more. I don't know. But a while ago I saw that the women's soccer was now being shown on the Lifetime Network.
Yes.
Which I was like, that's really great that they are being on television. They're airing it, but to think about the fact that it's being shown on the Lifetime Network, I don't know. I find that kind of like
demeaning.
Yeah, it's kind of like a stab in the back. Like, you're not on TSN or on Sportsnet unless it's the Olympics.
Yeah.
Which is only when people really care about it. But I've heard people say that they didn't care about women's hockey because it's not really a thing. Or, women's soccer, like they just don't find the time to watch it. And I think that, cheerleading's the obvious one, but it definitely goes into a lot of other sports as well.
Yeah. So as a woman, as a female athlete, what do you think other female athletes can do to break the stereotype?
I think they just have to keep doing what they're doing and, raise their voices and let people know that they don't necessarily agree with what's going on, because they just came out with a story too about cheerleaders in the NFL who are getting underpaid. And they finally have said, no, we're athletes. We want to be paid more than, I think it was something like under minimum wage or something like that. And they're still doing a sport. They're still training every day for it. So I think that women just need, and men as well, have to say that, it's being treated unfairly. This is something that they need to keep working on.
Yeah. Awesome points. I totally agree, by the way. But yeah, thanks so much for coming and being on my show. This is Alicia Van Egmond. Check her out on Twitter if you want. And next week I'll be back with a new guest and a new topic. So come check it out. I'm Aidan with the Sheridan Sun. Thanks.